Hello, and welcome to Hello Heroes, the show where the intros are improv and also never really any good. I am your host, Frober with Truth, though you can call me Daddy for short. And today I'm joined by what should be a familiar voice to most of you. It's my boy articsilverfox of the Gamepedia tier list crew. Say hey to the people.
What's up?
And I've got two new moderators, not moderators who haven't been on the podcast, though they haven't. I mean, new mods that we've added to the team recently, starting with darkdogdemon.
Yo, guys, it's your boy darkdogdemon here. I need you to smash that like button. We got a reward for you. You smash that like button. You get 200 likes on YouTube. I'll 5-star Matthew. Straight up.
I'm not sure that he'll actually do it, but I'll
post pictures.
If you guys reach it, look. And we've got yaycupcake, who I will just refer to as Cupcake. He doesn't mind.
Yeah. Hi.
We got a lot we need to talk about today, but there's a few things I want to do first. Like, what was you guys' most recent summon? I'll start with you, Fox.
My most recent summon would be, well, I had a +9 Lyn that I finished yesterday. I wasn't going to, but then I ended up I was like, oh, whatever, it's just one more. So, there's that.
You have a
Dude, you're such a whale. You know how rare Lyn is? I'm
not going to deny it.
Oh, man. Do you even like Lyn like that? Because I have a Lyn, and I'm pretty sure I have the best IV set for minus HP plus speed. I don't even like it. I use so many characters who aren't her.
I don't know.
I use a Selena over her.
She's just so polarizing. You just cannot not summon her, you know?
Yeah, I understand. And what about you, Cupcake?
Well, technically the last thing I summoned was the free 2-0 Legends Lyn, but, like, in terms of actual, like, RNG summoning, the last thing I got was a 5-star Sakura, so...
From what? An off-banner Sakura?
I was trying to pull more... I was trying to pull Lucina and Roy, but I accidentally hit a colorless orb, and I got Sakura.
Oops. That's the worst kind of accident to have.
At least she's one of the units I didn't already have, so it's not like a useless dupe, at least. But
fair enough.
At that point, I just gave up on Roy and Lucina. And
oh, really? How many orbs did you save to be able to summon all of them, or hope to summon those two?
Well, I had like 140 or something. I think I did get Ike though, and he's plus attack and minus speed, and from what people are saying, he doesn't care about speed, so that's good. Yeah.
I'm going to refute that, but I'll get into that later.
Oh no, I want to hear it now. Go ahead. I got to hear it.
Hey, he's working for me, so I'm just glad I got him.
Yeah, like obviously getting him is the first step, but
yeah,
there's a misconception thinking that he doesn't need speed. He actually does need speed to stop doubles, because his weapon is very quirky in that it's not going to work all the time. So you have to make sure you stop the double to take minimal damage. It's very important.
See, I thought people want to get doubled, enough. Or at least they want to get hit more than once because they want to keep spamming their special at people.
It is, but like
I thought everyone was on the same boat that like you need a healer if you're doing that.
This is the trick with him, because if you're relying on Irvin to reduce the damage, you either have to take damage without being able to counterattack, or you need to player phase. Otherwise, it's never going to work.
I would refute that just slightly, in the sense that a majority of the time it won't work. You're right, because if you're fighting, like, let's just say a +4 Ryoma, cough cough. I totally don't have one of those, cough cough. It's going to absolutely eat through Ike. Ike has a great amount of defense, plus the extra defense he gets from his attack. But Ryoma has speed, Ryoma has color advantage. There's a lot of things that are better on him. But when you're fighting against a lot of the other units, because Ike has such a monstrous defense, especially with steady breath and all that, it becomes, 39 at neutral?
That's correct.
With 39 plus 43, that gets him a defense of 70, like overall can survive 72 per se. If that math makes sense, don't ask for it.
Mental math is hard.
It really is. Theoretically, I can survive a lot of hits from a lot of different sources pretty well. Red's not really, but everything else pretty well. So you actually don't mind him getting doubled in that sense, because then he can charge up Aether, and if he has like a plus attack per se IV, or just even a normal IV with Irvin's 16 might and his overall damage, especially with Aether, you could just you could just destroy enemies and restore a lot of HP.
But that's the thing. He needs to rely on enemy phase.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
That's what I'm saying. The weapon itself, it doesn't do a lot of the reductions during enemy phase if you're fighting a melee unit, because generally it's going to go, the enemy unit's going to hit you, Ike's going to counterattack, and then the enemy unit hits you again. So if in those two hits, you're going to take full damage, and if the enemy can do enough, it's going to just kill Ike, which happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree with that, which is why I mentioned how Ryoma and things are a problem.
Yep.
But I also do want to say, just off topic slightly, that it does work with like desperation and stuff, correct? Where he takes the 80% less damage because
That's
he gets
correct.
hit again before he gets
should,
attacked.
yeah.
It's any consecutive hits.
Yeah, so he's actually a pretty like amazing desperation counter in the sense that a lot of those blows that people can do with such heavy damage and desperation, he can kind of just absorb and then deal massive damage back.
But the real problem is that desperation goes on mages for the most part. Like, people who fight Ike won't have desperation. Or you shouldn't use Ike to, like, block Nino. I mean, you could, but why would you do that?
I mean, I agree with that in a sense, but I've seen multiple other builds, like, for example, I don't know, I personally have a Vaulter that I like using Desperation on. I have a Ryoma that sometimes I use Desperation on. There's some things that you can definitely fight with Desperation on that are physical units.
You know, after hearing you, Fox, I gotta agree. You're absolutely right. Maybe minus speed is a problem on Ike. See, that's what I like about... A lot of people, they hate on the Gamepedia tier team, but, like, they know what they're talking about. They really do.
Like, it's mostly, it's not that you're expecting him to double or anything or like that. It's mostly just to stop the double threats from doing too much damage on him before he can actually be effective.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Like, I was questioning if this is good or not, because I know that speed is often thought of as just offensive, but it's definitely both offensive and defensive. But either way, I'm just glad I have him, because I've spent so many orbs trying to get regular Ike, and I didn't. And this was like when he was first released and during, Hero Fest. And I still don't have the regular Ike, so I'm just really thankful that I got this one at least.
Even if you have a trash IV, Steady Breath alone is an amazing skill to put on certain units, and it's just so valuable, so it's not a bad pull by any means.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that, yeah.
Like,
what about you, Dark Dog? What did you get for your most recent summon?
Alright, well, my most recent summon was the free summon on the Threat and Defense 3 banner. And, let me tell you, it was great. I came in thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll get a blue or, a green or something. 2 reds, 3 grays. Just off the bat. So, no banner units. I'm like, okay, well, that's wonderful, I will definitely, this will definitely be going well. I'm definitely going to get something I want. I decide, alright, well, you know what, I'm going to go for gray, because why not? Colorless hell, I've already gotten bad luck, might as well get worse luck. So I summoned for gray, and that's when I got the Matthew. And so that's why I'm inspired to make a 5-star Matthew. If we get the 200 likes, smash that like button.
You should totally do it anyway.
I mean, I would say yes, but also no.
As for me, my last summon was a bit of a travesty, so I'm not going to talk about it. It was that same free summon on the Threat and Defense banner. I'd rather talk about... I never summoned. The listeners know that. I had about, I think 605 orbs.
Oh my god.
Before starting the Choose Your Legends thing. I'm not hoarding orbs, by the way. I don't summon. I'm not waiting for any particular character. I just don't summon. And I wanted Lucina and Ike and Lynn. And that Lucina, I got her pretty fast, the fourth orb or something. I got her fast. And then after that, going for the Ike, the 5th green, because you know how green is like a secret hell no one talks about, because you keep doing pulls, but green orbs don't come up. Yeah. No one talks about it, but green hell is super real.
10 5-star reds and a few 5-star blues before I had my first 5-star green.
Oh man. And the first I thought for sure I was gonna get him. I got him. What was it? Who was it? I got a Minerva, off-banner Minerva, and then that's whenever it got worse. I got don't summon on tilt, guys. It's never a good idea.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I summoned
not.
and built my pity rate so high, and it got broke by
Hawkeye.
Why is he a 5-star?
I knew it.
Why?
I knew it.
Oh my gosh, it's fine though.
Yeah,
Because
he's the pity killer, but he does give you Death Blow 3 at least.
But anyway, the next green orb was Ike, so I'm not mad. And they're all good. Well, I say good IVs. IVs don't matter, but I think Lynn's neutral. Because when I say I built my PD rate, I'm telling you, I think I have like 370 orbs now. Like that's how many I used.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like I've used around that many at once, but I don't think I would do that like a lot. It would have to be for something that I really.
Well, no, because I also expanded my banner, so I didn't use like straight 605 on it.
Yeah.
So like my barracks, my bad. My barracks are, I think, what is it at? 250, I think. I forget.
I expanded my barracks to like 700 something or other, almost 800.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm about 700 as well, but I send home a lot of units. Anything that isn't remotely useful, gone.
Yeah. I just get worried that maybe someday this unit might become useful with some kind of update, and I don't want to send them home, so I just expand.
I don't send stuff home either, because I might need them later.
Yeah.
But I also never like skill inherit off 5 stars. So like that Hawkeye, I might never use him, but I'm also never gonna use him to give Death Blow 3 to somebody.
I wouldn't say
never
for me, but at this point I haven't tapped any 5 stars. Like it really depends.
That's pretty interesting, actually. How you guys are very reserved about using your 5-star units that way. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not inherently against it. It's just that I don't know. I just don't want to use it for that when I don't need to. You know what I mean? Like if it's not urgent, I may as well hang on to it in case I could use them for something else.
No, I guess everybody has different priorities. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
The 5-star long queue in my box would really respects the people who do not feed the bad summons they get.
Well, see, that's another thing. I'm not mad about having to blow like what 200 or 30. How many orbs did I use? I don't know. Because I got more than my fair share of 5 stars out of it. Like I'm not even mad about that. And I got a lot of fodder out. Because I never summoned, and I'm like, man, I wish I had a Fae for this renewal. And like now and then I got 2 Faes. Ooh. And I needed a Robin so I can give Bonfire to Hector, and so I got a Robin. Like I'm not even mad. I finished so many builds.
You want one of my 11 Robins?
No, I'm good now, bro. No thanks. But like, yeah. So I wait because I'm never going to summon again until I build like 800 or something. Because I won't ever feel like I can want to summon on anything, and we get a lot of orbs all the time. So like it might not seem like it when you like spend orbs a lot. But, like, I might reach 800, like, in the middle of the next month. So, like, I'm not even bugging about it. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but a lot of it, really. But and I'm never going to use the orbs anyway. But we've been talking about that for longer than I intended. Moving on, let's talk about moderators on Reddit, starting with you, Cupcake. How do you feel about being a mod? You've only been a mod for, like, half a day, right?
Yeah, well, yes, about half a day. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think I underestimated how much there is, like, in the mod queue alone, let alone the things that aren't reported. But I'm sure I can handle it, because with the toolbox stuff, I moderate some other subreddits, but they're a little bit smaller, but, like, we don't use the toolbox, and we really should. Because
yeah, you definitely should.
It's made things so much easier. Like, just today, going through the 3 main subreddits that I moderate, it's been so much faster. Even though I've, like, doubled the load, it's still so much faster because of that one extension. And if anyone moderates any subreddit, go get the toolbox. Highly recommend it.
You want to shout out what those other subreddits you mod are?
Yeah, I moderate School Idol Festival and Starlight Stage.